How is everyone turning to my WWE Money in the Bank 2019 pay-per-view predictions? Of course, Money in the Bank is live on the WWE Network as well as pay-per-view tomorrow night. And overall, I gotta say, going into Money in the Bank, my excitement factor is definitely not there. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. Even though it is Money in the Bank, Money in the Bank is one of the most exciting things in WWE, or used to be. Obviously over the last 4 or 5 years, I'd say 4 years, pretty much since Sheamus won it and going forward, Money in the Bank has been basically useless. Most guys have cashed in and failed, or the winners aren't intriguing, or they cash in very very quickly. So there really hasn't been any excitement in terms of the Money in the Bank winners over the last several years. So it kind of takes away from the Money in the Bank factor, if you ask me. It kind of takes away my excitement for it, and hopefully they can kind of turn that around this year. I don't know, but going the show itself, the card itself isn't terrible, but isn't exactly stacked in my opinion. Of course, there's a handful of matches I do want to care to see, but besides that, I feel like the build going into Money in the Bank has been pretty awful. I feel like they really haven't been focusing at all on building Money in the Bank, and they're more focused on this, wild card rule, and definitely hurts pay-per-view. But Raw and SmackDown Live have been terrible. I thought Raw this past Monday was actually pretty good. SmackDown Live was just a filler show, you can definitely tell. So the TV has been absolutely horrible, but the build has just been bad. They just haven't really been focusing on it, and my interest isn't there at all. WWE, ever since post WrestleMania 35, honestly, my interest for WWE just has not been there. I don't know if it's because Game of Thrones has been back, and the fact that Game of Thrones is a series finale is also on tomorrow night, competing against Money in the Bank. So my focus mainly is on that over Money in the Bank, to be perfectly honest. Maybe that's it, but just my interest in wrestling really hasn't really been there since WrestleMania. So I don't know, maybe it's gonna be a turnaround, but going to Money in the Bank, I'm not too excited or too interested going into it personally, even though usually I am excited to see who wins the Money in the Bank ladder matches. Like I said, the last couple of years, they pretty much wasted the briefcase with whoever won them, so it takes my excitement factor away from it. But going to Money in the Bank, we do have 11 matches. Jesus, why they keep thinking more is more? Like, less is more. It's not more is more. Less is more. And for a reason, they decided to add 11 matches onto this pay-per-view card for whatever reason. Of course, we'll be having one match, probably more than likely two. I can sense one of the matches being bumped off to the kickoff show. But as of right now, we do have one official match for the kickoff show. Of course, 1 hour prior to the pay-per-view, being Daniel Bryan and Rowan taking on the Usos. Daniel Bryan, the man that was WWE Champion a month ago at WrestleMania, is now on the kickoff show as a tag team champion. Man, that's a pretty steep fall, but it does make the kickoff show a must-see because it does have a big factor name into it, but I feel like Daniel Bryan's one of those names that just should never be on any type of pre-show, unless he's on the panel or whatever, but he should never be competing on there. But the match itself should be great. I really enjoyed their tag team title match last week on SmackDown Live, so hopefully they can deliver a banger here on the kickoff show. And of course, going on the main show, we do have the WWE Cruiserweight Championship match, Tony Nese defending against Ariya Daivari. This is a match I can definitely see me being bumped off to the kickoff show. If it isn't, I'd be mildly surprised, but I do expect it to be put on the kickoff show, but as of right now, it's officially not on there. Don't really care for that match. Samoa Joe defending his United States Championship against Rey Mysterio in a WrestleMania rematch. The only thing I'm hoping for this match is that we get, a good, 7 to 10 minute match that we should have got at WrestleMania. Obviously, we got a squash, which I didn't mind because I thought it made Samoa Joe look great, squashing Mysterio like that, but I would like to see a competitive match between both of them, so that's hopefully why we get the rematch here at Money in the Bank. Roman Reigns taking on Elias. Don't care. This match is so predictable, and I just have absolutely no excitement for it. Don't care to see it, but it is what it is. Kofi Kingston defending the WWE Championship against Kevin Owens. I think this will be, a great match. The story has been pretty intriguing. I've been enjoying it. Kofi has been really improving himself as the WWE champion, and I think him and Kevin Owens will definitely go out there and have one of the better matches in the show. So I'm looking forward to the WWE Championship match between both of them. The Miz taking on Shane McMahon in a WrestleMania rematch, but this time inside the steel cage. I thought the WrestleMania match was great. I really enjoyed it. They really surprised me with how well they worked together, and hopefully they can kind of replicate that in the steel cage match. My only gripe with steel cage matches, of course, is the fact that they're constricted, and I feel like they overdo the cage escape. I feel like every other move, someone's trying to escape the cage, and it really takes the suspense away. And it's one of the reasons why I don't like steel cage matches, because I feel like they really overdo the escaping the cage gimmick, and it kind of takes away from me. But I think Miz and Shane will definitely go out there and make it work and put on a great steel cage match at Money in the Bank. And speaking of Money in the Bank, of course, we'll be having the women's Money in the Bank contract ladder match. Of course, the winner of Raw receiving a Raw Women's Championship match, or if a winner from SmackDown Live wins, they will be getting, of course, a Women's Championship match on SmackDown, or a SmackDown Women's Championship match, I should be saying. The field for this match is not very stacked. Of course, Alexa Bliss was really supposed to be in this match, but of course she was taken out due to concussion. The 8 remaining women in the match itself, I don't know. I just don't see really anything good coming out of it. I could be surprised, but as of right now, I don't know. To be perfectly honest, I really don't even care who wins, because I feel like anyone that wins really just won't excite me no matter who wins it. Besides one person. There's one person I'm hoping wins it. But besides that, I really don't care for this field. I don't have any expectations of this match being good at all. So, yeah, I don't really care for it. And speaking of the women, of course, Becky Lynch will be defending both her Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships against Lacey Evans as well as Charlotte Flair. Becky and Lacey, I will admit, they've been doing a fantastic job building that match up. In terms of building, that's probably one of the better matches both on this show, to be perfectly honest. Lacey's been really proving herself so honestly, and in terms of her, just seeing how she does against Becky, I do think this match is somewhat exciting to see how it plays out. But besides that, I have been enjoying it. And of course, you go to the SmackDown Women's Championship match. Charlotte, of course, challenging Becky Lynch. I don't know how many times we can see this match. We just saw it at Fastlane, we saw it at Hell in a Cell, we saw it at Super Showdown, we saw it at Evolution. It just seems like every other pay-per-view, it's Charlotte versus Becky in some capacity, and I'm just completely over it. I don't care how great a match this could potentially be. I just don't care to see it. I just really wish Charlotte would just get out of the women's title picture, because I'm just absolutely sick of seeing her at this point. But yeah, Becky defending the titles, both titles in one night. Excited to see how that plays out. Obviously WWE can go in 3 different directions, either taking all the titles off Becky, one of them, or having her keep both of them. So I'm really interested to see which route they go out of the 3. Obviously, I prefer one of them, but it's WWE. What can you expect? So yeah, Becky Lynch will be having quite the night. And of course, Seth Rollins will be defending his Universal Championship against AJ Styles in a dream match. Now, I think since AJ Styles came to WWE, one of the matches everyone wants to see, of course, is AJ Styles and Seth Rollins. We haven't gotten it, and here we are. 3 years after AJ Styles' debut, and we are finally getting it. They're both finally in the same brand, and I'm very, very excited to see how this match goes. I think this is definitely going to be match of the night, match of your contender potentially. I just hope it doesn't disappoint, because usually we get these big title matches, especially on the Raw side. They don't fully deliver because of the bullshit booking, but I have confidence that Seth Rollins and AJ Styles can go out there and tear the house down and put on match tonight. So I'm very, very excited. If there's one match looking forward to, it's definitely that one. So AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, Universal Championship. Very, very excited for that one. Then, of course, we go to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Of course, the winner of Raw, if a Raw participant wins, will be seeing a Universal Championship match. But if a participant from SmackDown Live wins, of course, they'll be getting a WWE Championship contract opportunity in the future. The field for this is pretty stacked in terms of undercard talent that has been put in the main event. Of course, Braun Strowman was supposed to be in this match originally, but he was replaced by Sami Zayn this past Monday in Raw. Why? I don't know. I took him out, but I think Sami Zayn being the match definitely is better than Braun Strowman. To be honest, I'm fine with probably half the guys winning it. So the chances of them upsetting me about the winner of this match really are pretty slim. So I'm just fingers crossed they put someone I want. I just don't want someone I don't want. As long as it's someone I like, that's all I really care about. But it should be a fun one. Last year's was pretty great, even though I thought it could have been better. But I think this year's definitely the top of the talent in it. So I'm very excited for this match, and I'm just curious to see who walks out Mr. Money in the Bank. And without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and jump right into the video with my predictions. Kickoff, SmackDown Tag Team Champions Bryan and Rowan versus the Usos. I'm going to go ahead and say Bryan and Rowan get the win here. It doesn't make any sense for the Usos to get the victory. I think the Revival have a pretty big chance of interfering in this match, and that's what costs Usos this match. I think that just makes the most sense. And, Bryan and Rowan shouldn't lose. I hate the 50-50 booking, especially considering both teams run different shows. There's no reason for the Usos to defeat the Tag Team Champions. So, Bryan and Rowan are my pick to win this match against the Usos. WWE Cruiserweight Championship Match, WWE Cruiserweight Champion Tony Nese versus Ariya Daivari. I think this is a very easy, successful title defense for Tony Nese. I don't think Ariya Daivari has a chance at winning it. If he does, I'd be mildly surprised. Hopefully it's an alright match. I'm honestly not expecting anything that great from it. But yeah, I do think the premier athlete, Tony Nese, will walk out of this match still the WWE Cruiserweight Champion. Women's Money in the Bank contract ladder match, Ember Moon versus Mandy Rose versus Dana Brooke versus Nikki Cross versus Bayley versus Natalya versus Naomi versus Carmella. To be honest, there's not a whole lot of options in this match that I can choose from. I'm going to go ahead and say Mandy Rose becomes Miss Money in the Bank. I think she's the most logical person to win this match. I think she's definitely in line for a future SmackDown Women's Championship title run. I don't see anyone else winning it. I could see Bayley winning it and, maybe turning heel in the future. Ember Moon could be a dark horse pick to win it, but besides that, I really don't see anyone else winning it. So hopefully it's an alright ladder match. I'm honestly not expecting anything too spectacular out of it. But like I said, I do think Mandy Rose will walk out of this match Miss Money in the Bank. Raw Women's Championship Match, Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch versus Lacey Evans. I'm going to go ahead and say Becky Lynch walks out of this match still the Raw Women's Champion. I just don't see her losing the championship to Lacey Evans. And I feel like Becky will have both championships, not just the Raw, but both championships for quite a while, maybe throughout the summer. I don't see her losing it right away. So hopefully it's an alright match. You know, Lacey Evans had some good showings, but Becky Lynch is my pick to retain the championship. Roman Reigns versus Elias. I think without a doubt in my mind, Roman Reigns will walk out of this match victorious. I don't think Elias has a chance in hell at winning this match. You know, even Shane McMahon interferes, I just don't see Elias beating Roman Reigns. Hopefully this match is short. Honestly, there's no reason for this match to go 10 plus minutes. It should be honestly a short match, probably one of the shorter matches on the show. And, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to expect out of it. I feel like I've seen this before. I just don't care to see it. But yeah, my pick is that the big dog, Roman Reigns, will end up defeating Elias. United States Championship match, United States Champion Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio. I can see this match going either way. I can see Mysterio winning this match to, you know, solidify himself as a Grand Slam champion. But I'm going to go ahead and say Samoa Joe gets the victory here. I think, you know, they have more beneficial long-run term plans with Samoa Joe as champion. I just don't see, you know, Mysterio as United States champion really benefiting Raw. I feel like Joe, you know, being a dominant champion is more beneficial right now. So hopefully we get that killer match we should have gotten at WrestleMania. But yeah, Samoa Joe is my pick to walk out still United States champion. Steel cage match, The Miz versus Shane McMahon. This is another match I can see it go either way, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say Shane McMahon defeats The Miz twice. You know, I think Miz definitely needs this win, but I think they're building up Shane McMahon for a future match with Roman Reigns, and I feel like in order to do that, you really need to build Shane up, and I feel like him defeating The Miz here would, you know, build towards that. You know, Miz can easily escape the cage and win, but like I said, I think Shane will win. You know, Elias will probably interfere as well, but yeah, like I said, I do see Shane McMahon walking this match victorious. WWE Championship Match, WWE Champion Kofi Kingston versus Kevin Owens. As much as I hope and pray Kevin Owens wins, nothing against Kofi Kingston, I just really want to see Kevin Owens as WWE Champion. I'm going to go ahead and say Kofi Kingston walks out of this match still the WWE Champion. I feel like they have somewhat of a long-term plan with him. I feel like they're really getting behind him as champion. Just look at his performances, the way they've been booking him. They've been making him look really strong, and I feel like they really want to have him be a strong champion going into the summer. And I feel like him defeating Kevin Owens here is definitely a step in the right direction. I think this will be a great match. I think him and Kevin Owens will go out there and put on arguably match of the night, one of the better matches. But yeah, like I said, I do think Kofi Kingston will still walk out of this match still the WWE Champion. SmackDown Women's Championship Match, SmackDown and Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. I'm going to go ahead and say Becky Lynch retains championship. Like I said earlier about my match with the match with Lacey Evans, I think Becky Lynch will walk out still with both championships. I think she'll be champion going into the summer and hopefully throughout the summer. I just don't see her losing it this early. There's no point in putting the title back on Charlotte. There's really no point and no beneficial reasoning for it. So there's no reason to have Charlotte be the champion again. Hopefully it's a great match. You know, they've been infamous for great matches, but lately they haven't put on the best matches. But yeah, Becky 2 belts is my pick to walk out still the SmackDown Women's Champion. Universal Championship Match, Universal Champion Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles. As much I'd like to see AJ Styles win the championship, I'm going to go ahead and say Seth Rollins retains the Universal Championship here. There's no reason to take the championship off him, especially considering he just slayed, you know, Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania the way he did. You definitely need to make Seth Rollins look strong and incredible throughout the summer at least. So I think Seth Rollins will definitely retain against AJ Styles. They should absolutely put on a clinic here. I'm really excited for this match. Definitely the match I'm looking forward to the absolute most on Money in the Bank. The reason to tune in, if you ask me, is for this match alone. And yeah, they're absolutely going to tear the house down. Match to your contender. Really excited for it. Hopefully it's not a screw job finish. But yeah, like I said, my pick still the Universal Champion, Seth freaking Rollins. And then the main event, Money in the Bank contract, the ladder match, Andrade versus Ricochet versus Drew McIntyre versus Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin versus Ali versus Randy Orton. I'm okay with almost half the field winning it. You know, I'm okay with Andrade, Ricochet, McIntyre, Balor, Zayn, and Orton. Not Orton so much, but mainly those five. I'm really okay with them winning it. And when it comes down to my pick, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say Sami Zayn wins it. You know, I feel like they put Sami Zayn in this match for a reason. And I feel like they're really getting behind his character. And I feel like, you know, him winning the briefcase and showboating it to the universe is just, you know, just adds on to his dick character. So I think Sami Zayn is a great pick to win it. I could see McIntyre. I think McIntyre is a close second. If not, I think McIntyre probably is the favorite to win this match. I would say Andrade is after that. So those would be my three to win this match. Andrade, my third pick. Drew McIntyre, my second pick. And Sami Zayn, my main pick. Well, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys enjoyed my WWE Money in the Bank 2019 paper predictions. Like I said, Money in the Bank is live on the WWE Network as well as pay-per-view tomorrow night. I'm not really too excited for the show. Like I said, my interest in wrestling in general has just been very, very down since WrestleMania 35. I don't know. like I said, I'm pretty sure it's all because my attention has been going towards Game of Thrones, and I'm more excited for that, and I'm more excited for the series finale tomorrow night than Money in the Bank itself. But I don't know. I do think this could be easily a good show still, potentially even great, but I don't know. I'll see how it plays out, and hopefully, since I have low expectations, I mean, over deliver, because usually when I have low expectations, they somehow, make me enjoy it more just because I was so down about it. But yeah, obviously I'll know by tomorrow after the show how I feel about it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please feel free to leave a like below, and of course to tell tomorrow night my review. I'll see you guys, and thank you guys for watching the video.
I just want time in a tree. I need a place just for me. So